I thought it was. I thought it was. But it wouldn't be my children, you see. So because I haven't had a chance to look after my daughter and bring her up, and her mother has. This is the kind of thing that's going on. So I've lost my daughter. Yeah, she's been kind of reprogrammed by her. Yeah, to want everything. Like her mother didn't have any boundaries in taking her to Disney World like 3 times. I think she's been now, and she's only 6. Yeah, there's no future with a narcissist. Even if we have children, there's no future because you can only lose. Okay, they don't care. They don't know when to stop. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you've got children if you never see them again. It's just a waste of time. It's like, just get away from me. Just forget it. You can't.
Forced to say we need to see them at least certain time.
Look, bro, you can do all of that shit, yeah, and I'm going to, because I got into trouble with the police and I had to do community service and the rest of it because I breached this restraining order because I wanted my money from the Filipino, yeah, and she fucking ended up sending it to the police and I got arrested and everything. It was really dramatic, yeah. They threw me into the cell and I was there for 14 hours. It's all on the channel. But look, now I can see reality for what it is, yeah, and I can see the clever people. I can see the clever people for who they are, yeah. You've got clever women going around pretending to be angels when really they're just taking
something.
Yeah, they're just charming you. They're charming you. Yeah, they're just charming you. They're charismatic, and you fancy them for their body or whatever. Because men are crazy for sex, and women aren't. They're not crazy for sex. We barter with sex. They're not particularly interested. Yeah, they don't just want something. They want to take everything. They want to take your house. They want to take your possessions. They want to narcissistically torture you. They want to run you down, and then they want to discard you.
And they go for something.
Yeah, discard. You were with a narcissist, man.
No.
Properly. That's why you're triggered. Your world should have changed by now. You should have like realised that you can't trust women. You should realise that. You should know that you can't trust any woman. Even my mother's 75 years of age, and she still has the red button ready. Yeah, if my dad ever does anything. Even at 75, she still takes me to court if I don't pay her what I owe her or whatever. Yeah, whatever loans I took out in the past. She's still going to court. Yeah, she doesn't care about me, man. My mother. Even my mother is a narcissist, yeah, or has traits of narcissism. It's like a kind of common feature of a woman, yeah, especially. You do obviously get callous men, you do get horrible men, but you're not intimate with them, yeah. Like you see, like, oh, there's a guy over there who's a narc, alpha male, what a bully, blah blah blah, grandiose, overt narcissist, but you're not having sex with him. Yeah, that's the difference. Yeah, so it's not just women are the only narcissists or psychopaths or on that kind of level, that spectrum. But you have to realise that you have a lot to lose with a woman. You've got a lot less to lose with someone who's obviously you're never going to meet or you're never going to have to interact with unless you work with them. Yeah.
I know what you mean. It's just.
Have you been to counselling, dude? Because you look really. Yeah. And how did it go? Did they understand?
Yeah.
Because you're going to get better counselling with me, yeah? Because I've been through it. I'm like a veteran here. It's no joke. You could, if you're feeling, you should feel after you've been with a narcissist, you should feel this sense that, firstly, you haven't got a voice. Secondly, that they've taken everything, right? And thirdly, it will feel like robbery. It'll feel like a kind of theft, right?
Yeah.
And also, it's kind of like undignified. So you'll feel humiliated and shamed as well at the same time. It's all of these kind of things are running through when after you've been with a narcissist, and you'll feel this kind of it's called post-traumatic. Yeah, it's post-traumatic stress, but it's also from narcissistic abuse. Yeah, it's quite serious, man. You need to get a lid on it. Yeah. Did you have children with her?
No.
You haven't got any children, so better for that, mate. Better for that. You're blessed then. Oh, mate, I forgot. If I saw you 5 years ago before you met her, never, ever, ever go with women who have children to other men. Never, 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 ever. That is golden rule, yeah, from a red pill person. Fuck that. you will never ever get on in that relationship. It will be dysfunctional from the moment go.
She has said she hates him.
No, don't listen to her. She's a liar. She's a pathological. If she's a narcissist, she's a pathological liar. That's another thing. You can't trust what women especially are saying. You know? The Filipino lied 30 times on her ex parte. When the magistrates read it and they went, "Are you sure? It says he did this and did that. Was she in a coma? How long was she out? Oh, she wasn't. But it says here that he did this and then he did that." And I said, I didn't even read it. I never read it because I trusted her. I said, she's a churchgoer. She wouldn't lie. She's an angel. 30 fucking times she lied on the ex parte, and they were contemplating sending me to prison for a year. They said, "Oh, look at that." You know what they had to do because they didn't believe it. They said, "It's impossible. This guy's never been in trouble with the police. He's not violent. He's never touched a fly. Yeah, for sucking up some booze." So the probation officer come to me and he went, "All right, what really happens?" Yeah, and then I just wrote out the truth. And then they went, "All right, community service."
Why did you get your own solicitor to come back?
No, because solicitors cost £400 an hour, and we're in the age of the Google where we can be just as savvy. If you know what you're talking about and you know what you're doing, you're just giving a man for a mouthpiece. You're a smart guy. You don't have to be intimidated by the courts. The only time you need a solicitor is when you need guidance through a criminal court, yeah, not through a family court. Solicitors cost too much money, and then they're not worth it. Yeah, they want £500 an hour, and then they want to stick on like administration fees. They're just tossers. I mean, they're the biggest parasites ever. You know that? So you've got a divorce battle, right? And you're trying to avoid getting divorce rate. That's what it sounds like. I've been lucky enough not to. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to tell you 5 years ago. Yeah, like actually maybe when me and Sue were going out. Yeah, because that was a good girl. That was a lady.
Yeah, but
you know Sue Lowe? Yeah. That was a lady. That was a real woman.
Yeah, but why did you say that?
Because I was an asshole. I just wanted more. I grew out of it. I just didn't. I guess I wanted. I was just an asshole. Yeah. I just wanted someone else. I got. You know, my life was running out, kind of thing. You know.
Yeah. So
I can't explain it. But
then you met someone else which gave you this problem.
I've met loads of people, man. Along the years, mate. Loads of women. But I never cottoned on to the fact that maybe they were all. You see, I didn't realise that women didn't like sex. I didn't realise that they were just doing it for men. You see, there's that as well. They say they get orgasms and all that rubbish. I've never met a woman that really wanted sex. I've never met a woman. They always see it as a kind of service.
Or did they want something from you, like money?
Yeah. It's called, police overlook it, but it's kind of like indirect solicitation, yeah? Like when they, this one, the Filipino, was classic. She was a classic, what you're saying, solicitation. She'd dress up, and then she'd go, "Where are we going to dinner? Where are we going for dinner, yeah?" And then it would be like, I'd say, "What do you mean? You know that I'm not working, you know I haven't got any money." And then she'd be like all dressed up. She goes, "Oh, well, I'd like to go here, but you know, if you haven't got the money, you know, whatever." And it would be like that all the time. It would be like relentless. Then she'd be saying stuff like, if I was coming back from work, "Oh, you know, the definition of me is I like chicken McNuggets, you know, if you want to get some on the way home." You know, she'd be doing shit like that, you know, like just be playing all the time. She wanted to make me jealous. It would be like, "Oh, there's a guy at work, he asked me out, you know, I don't know. He asked me out, but I think he's a bit too young." I had no idea that we weren't going out anymore, but she kept it going. Yeah, she just kept on the reality because of the extraction. "Oh, I need money before I get paid, just get some food." I'd just take out £40 for her, just like that, you know. This has been going on all the time. The financial abuse. It's funny looking back on it, and from a third person's perspective, like looking at the video. But let me tell you something. Relationship fraud should be illegal. She should be prosecuted for that kind of shit, because it's really damaging on your self-esteem and everything.
They just really try to take it out of you. It's like my heartache.
I know exactly what you went through.
And then,
she just used you. She knew you had a good job. She knew you were stable.
It's not.
No, but the money's there. The money's constant. This is the same as the other one. Even if you were a road sweeper, the money's constant, and you're just doing it 9 to 5. Yeah, it's for a supply. It's at least 300 a week, right? It's like money that she can spend in a shop. Okay, look, I bought these shoes. Boom, boom. You're giving her a card, isn't it? Yeah. That there is a massive difference between a gold digger and a narcissistic abuser. Yeah. So if you felt this, tell me. If it was just money, financial abuse, was there any emotional abuse? Was there any psychological abuse? Did she belittle you? Did she make inferences to you? So it was narcissistic then. So it was like she had NPD. I reckon she had NPD.
She kept on saying I'm not good enough.
Really? Why? Did you ask her why? You're a very quiet, conservative guy who doesn't want to make trouble for anyone, but just wants to get along. But you're talking to Gary, he doesn't give a shit. You can tell me everything and I will totally understand, because I've been there. I've been to Vietnam. I've been to I've been to women land. I've been there. I've been fucked over, yeah? And I'm still being fucked over right now. I mean, you think courts are cheap? The mother of my child is still annoying me. I still have to take her to court for the house. Getting custody of my daughter, they're still trying to barter with me, not sending me to prison if I don't kind of change, if I don't get rehab or whatever, yeah? And I'm still arguing that it's the women. Yeah, man, it's like taking out of my bank, out of my. It's not much. It's about, I don't know. The thing is, Shufe, the mother of my child doesn't deserve maintenance. She already earns enough money, and she stole my child. Yeah, it was more like a sperm donor, if anything else. It wasn't like something I was intending to have, because she was threatening me with destitution if I didn't surrender some sperm, because she wanted to have a child to tick it off her little box. Yeah. Look, my daughter is turning against me, and I'm looking like a deadbeat dad, because my ex is telling everyone that I'm not paying maintenance, right? So she's trying to shame me publicly, yeah? But I don't give a fuck, because I'm red pill. I see it for what it is, right? And I know I see the courts as feminized, as gender biased. So I don't give a fuck what people think. You know, Jeremy Kyle can go and suck it, because how can somebody steal a house, steal a child, earn 60 grand a year as a clinical psychologist in a leading university, and then turn around at me on universal credits and still be looking for maintenance?
If you go to court, right, they would see that who's got the most money. Then they would split it fairly.
They're not going to split the money with. They're not going to split your wages with her, unless you're married.
Yeah, but she's.
Wait a minute. What sort of marriage was that? How long were you married though? Because you're worried now, innit, about the way it's going to go. You look like Paul McCartney.
No. We are doing a financial settlement.
How serious is this, Shufe?
What?
Did you have a property together?
It's not property together. My dad
Your dad gave you money. Oh shit!
And so now
she's got a nib up for the house, yeah. I can see where this is going now. So, how long has this been going on for, man?
For 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, battling.
What are you battling for?
Financial settlement.
A financial settlement? What is the financial settlement anyway?
It's a sum of money I have to give it to you.
A settlement?
Yeah.
Wait, for 5 years? How come?
Because.
When did you get divorced? When was it finalised?
A few years ago.
How long were you married?
Married about 4 years ago now.
Happily, or was it always this bad? Well, it must have been good in the beginning, yeah?
It was good, okay in the beginning.
Yeah, you went through
she turned.
So what happened was, you went through a love bombs phase, where she pleased you, where she mirrored you, where she gave you what you wanted, yeah?
Yeah,
and then what happened then was, she was getting good supply,
yeah.
and and then she devalued you, right? Because you've been married long enough now, after 2 years, where she could divorce you.
She got her own passport, British passport.
Yeah, and then she decided to discard you. Because you see, what happened was she realised that she could get more money from a divorce than being with you, and she wouldn't have to have sex or whatever. Yeah, because the thing the narcissist doesn't want to do is give you sex. Yeah, they don't want to give it for free or feel like they are obligated. That's another red flag. When a woman, you need to know if a woman is just having sex for treats. Yeah, because it makes her not a prostitute but a whore. The worst woman to be with is an attention whore. Someone who's too popular. Someone who's too good to be true. Yeah, is one of the worst. I know it's embarrassing, Shiv. Yeah, I know it's embarrassing, but you'll see that the worst woman to be with is the one that you think is the best one to be with, the best looking one, the one that you fancy, because every other idiot's fucking into her as well. Every Tom, Dick and Harry wants to get their thread in, okay? They're the worst ones. The best one to be with is a lady. A lady will respect you. The breakup will be amicable. Even if you cheat on her, she'll just move. She'll just go her separate way. You'll never hear from her again and she'll even ask you how you're doing. Right? A slut is kind of like just has sex for sport. Yeah, she'll shag you and then she'll just get bored and she'll shag someone else. She's a kind of like a cock on the carousel. Yeah, she's a kind of like a pre-married kind of like non-committal kind of person. Yeah. Sluts are harmless. They're gonna hurt you, but they're not gonna hurt you for the rest of your life. Yeah. A lady would never be in this position. You would never see a lady in court quipping for money. A lady would just have her own money and she'd be just fine. She'd be thriving. She'd be doing another degree and she'd be moving on with her life. She would have no time for that. But an attention whore, that's a red flag. You need to spot them. Because the one you were last with was an attention whore. The one I was with was an attention whore. They're too popular, man. They make friends too easily, man. They know how to charm and they're charismatic. And you hear stories about them all the time, man. You hear about their ex-boyfriends drinking themselves to death. Yeah. You hear about how they stole food from people, stole friends from people. How their reputation is a bit kind of mediocre.
So
yeah.
What's happening now after all this? Is it getting better or?
You're talking to yourself?
No, yours.
I think yours is a bit more serious if it's been going on for 5 years. It's not more serious, it's just going on longer.
So I'm just...
Unless you want to kill her, then it will be more serious. Do you want to kill her?
No. Well, I can't. I don't want to. I'm not...
Do you feel like killing her though?
No.
Has it gone through your mind?
No.
Like maybe if I hired someone, triad gang, to go to China.
I don't think
if I went down to Chinatown and just like knocked on a few doors.
I just want this settled. That's all.
But she's really upset you though, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
She's belittled you. She made you feel lower value, yeah? That you're nothing.
Yeah.
So you do want to kill her, but you don't want to kill her. You just wish she was dead. You wish she wouldn't wake up. You wish that you could forget her, isn't it? Yeah. But you can't, because your brain is traumatized, and your brain will not forget a trauma because it reminds you that it can never happen again. That's why you don't forget. Okay. That's why you ruminate as well and keep thinking about it. And the thing with the narcissist is they love that. Yeah. Does she keep it? Does she still stalk you? Does she still keep up with you? Does she still want to know what's going on?
No.
How do you know though? How do you know she's not on social media checking you out? You see, that's another thing. The thing about narcissists, they like to see the pain that they're creating or that they've developed because they're nasty. Yeah, they're more than nasty. They're demonic. All right. And you're not the only person suffering. There's loads of men out here. There's loads of men here that have just can't understand it themselves. And it's because of the courts. It's because of the system. And it's because of the divorce courts, and it's because of the way that the judges are inclined, yeah, and the way that women need protecting and all that shit. It's the biggest problem. I was watching a documentary on separation, and this guy He was an engineer, I think. He was on good money, 40,000 a year. He had like a 300,000 pounds. It's going back a few years now, about 10 years ago. And I was blue pill at the time. I didn't realise that every woman was like this, right? I didn't realise how serious it was, how epidemic this problem was. And he was like, they were talking about the separation, and then she kept saying to him, she kept nagging him, kind of, just give me the house, like that. Because they had 2 children or something, yeah? And then he was like looking into the camera. It was a BBC documentary. It was just called Separations. And he was just like looking into the camera and he went, all right then. He gave over the house, and then he went back to work, and he's living in like a little bedsit, like a little room, and he still had to pay the maintenance. Now I look back on that and I think you should have killed her. You should have fucking killed her. You should have fucking killed the whole fucking... No, honestly, it was just like, I didn't realise how much of an epidemic it was. And she just expected it. Because they have a sense of entitlement. They have this kind of like, I got kids, give it to me. They're like that. They're like, you fucked me, give it to me. Yeah, they got this ingrained narcissism. That is putrid, and gay guys are onto it. Gay guys, and them are like a fucking team. You see them to go together. That's why women and gay guys are together. Yeah, that's why they exist together, because they're both bitches. Yeah. You never see a woman with a best friend as a real man, as a proper male. They always have to be a bit, on their side. I saw that, yeah, and I saw him giving away the house. Yeah, go on, man. I was like, fucking hell, man. All that fucking money, and she never earned a fucking penny. She was just looking after children, watching fucking TV, man. I was so...
It's sad how people just work together. So
you're an empath, man. No, you're a good person. You're just you're blue pilled. You're just blue pilled. You can't get married again. You mustn't do that, because you're going to get divorced again, and it might even be worse this time. And you don't want your parents. You don't want you to be putting your parents through that shit. Yeah, you got to think about your family. You have to wake up, right? You have to take the red pill, and you have to see women for what they are. Now, when you see a woman now, you go out on a date and shit. Look at now I'm red pill. Yeah, I can't get a date anymore. I can't fucking go out of all. You know what? You know why? Because they got this advertisement now. What's in it for me? What do I get? And before I was able to charm them. Yeah, I was able to go. Yeah, we'll go to Paris and that. Yeah, I'll buy you this. I'll buy you that. Yeah, I've got a big business and I've got a car. But now.
Shouldn't do that. Go for someone who don't boast or don't advertise.
You don't understand. They're all the same. You still haven't got. You're still under the illusion that they're not wired the same. They're one of the same, and the divorce court and the family court galvanizes them into the same type of narcissist. Yeah, that's what you just don't understand. The whole system is geared to them, not to us. We've been second class for a long time. Any heterosexual man is seen as an aggressor, a rapist, a potential hazard, a problem. Yeah, any potential red-blooded man is like a problem in the workforce, is potentially a time bomb. Yeah, that's how we've been brought to be believed. Because of women. You go to a magistrate's court, there's no male judges. They're all either gay, they have perverse notions, or they're female. Yeah? It's gender bias that's causing all of these problems. What you're trying to say with fairness, there'll never be fairness, because women taking over with gays and homosexuals and stuff, supporting them. And the worst supporter is the blue pill men. The ones who marry them, who don't have any trouble from their robot, yeah? They don't have any trouble with their women. Like the counsellor who was talking to me said, well, I've been married 43 years, so I don't know about you. And I'm like, that's not fucking helping. That doesn't fucking help the problem, does it? That just exacerbates the problem, because you become a supporter and an enabler, yeah? You're not helping a woman. You're killing a man. Yeah, somewhere you're killing a man. And he's like, yeah, well, I don't seem to have any problems, so I'm all right. You could have a problem tomorrow morning. You could have a problem tomorrow morning when she presses that red button and puts you in jail or whatever. Yeah, says that you hit her or whatever. Yeah. wants the kids and wants custody, wants you out of the house. Yeah. We all talk big when women are on best behaviour, but they all have the ability to turn your life upside down. So they cannot be trusted. They cannot. I see a woman as a different species altogether. I mean, how can you get intimate? How can you have intimacy, have sexual intercourse, go all the way, even with marriage and that, say your vows and all that, and then just being an act the whole time? Then they take off their mask and then they reveal their true selves, like when it doesn't matter anymore. I mean, how can they do that? It's like sick, yeah? And then society doesn't give a shit because you're a man, innit? It's like, oh, you're a man, innit? You were wrong. You were wrong. You need to man up.
They initially okay with it, but then the demand goes on.
You were with a narcissist. You always have to keep proving that you loved them, yeah? You always have to keep proving your love all the time. And then they always tell you that they're always alone and all that shit, and they always try and sort of isolate you from your friends and all that. They try all sorts of shit, triangulate you, play with you, like manipulate your family, all that crap was going on all the time. But the only thing that you can label people, yeah, like you can call them things, but you just have to realise that it was just a bad relationship. It wasn't even a relationship. You see, they keep telling me that I was with a partner. I said, how dare you call her a partner? That wasn't a partner. And she said, what was it then? I said, well, it wasn't a relationship, it was a transaction. And I wasn't a boyfriend, I was a supply. She wasn't a girlfriend, she was a narcissist. And that's how it is. He goes, I think you're being a bit harsh. It's like I'm talking to myself, you know, because they're blue pill. Anyone that's blue pill is not going to get it. They're not going to understand because the women that they're with haven't done the nasty yet. They haven't fucked it all up. They haven't turned it upside down. They haven't caused all the problems.
Have you tried to agree with the women that you have, like what they can have or what they...
I've already told you about women, yeah, but you're just not listening.
No, I'm just
all
thinking...
women are the same. Because the courts are all on the side of the woman.
I know,
it doesn't matter who you're with, you will be fleeced eventually, right? Because a woman will just think, I'll be stupid not to. Look, Shufei's giving me everything. He's working like a dog. We've got 3 children. I think I'll have the house. I think I need an extra room for Johnny. Shufei can move out and get into a bedsit. He'll be fine. They don't care about you, man. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fucking shit. And there's no woman out there that does care about you, apart from your daughter maybe, and even she'll fleece you. Even my daughter's fleecing me at 6 years old. Think about it. Daddy, I don't love you. I don't love you because you don't buy me anything. She's coming out with shit like that. I've got no heart. Listen to me. It's not children. It's programming. It's her mother disinfecting her with narcissism, yeah? It's nothing to do with her age. She knows she shouldn't be doing that, right? But her mother puts her up to it. She goes, oh, we'll go and see Daddy for some toys, yeah? So I don't have to buy you any, yeah? Yeah.
I mean, how often does she come with the...
I don't want to see her anymore. I told you, it's over. I don't want to. I'm going no contact with narcissists. I want them out of my life. I don't want to see her mother ever again. That means I don't care about that. I don't have any links with her. It's like I don't know her anymore. It's like I knew my daughter, and then one day she was treating me like the way that the Filipino was treating me, and I thought, fucking hell, you know? I don't want to be reminded of someone with narcissistic personality disorder that turned my life upside down and nearly sent me to prison. And the same goes for her mother as well. You have to understand, Shufei, that there's no daughter, yeah? There's just people treating you well and treating you badly. People who love you and people who hate you. Now, my daughter, unfortunately, has become a vehicle or a weapon for her mother, in a way, to get back at me for just not loving her anymore or whatever. Yeah, she just did this is all narcissistic injury. Okay, these are all forms of narcissistic injury. They're getting back at me at the house, getting custody of my daughter and not letting me see her, and then kind of fueling my daughter with the idea that I'm a cash machine. Yeah, all of that is narcissistic injury, and torture from the narcissistic injury that I gave her by just honestly telling her that I'm not in love with you anymore. Fuck it, I don't want to be with you anymore. And that was it. Boom. Yeah. And my mum would say, oh, women, hell have no fury like a woman's scorn, and all these stupid cliches that happened in the past. But for me, it's very simple. That's narcissistic personality disorder. When you hold grudges like that, and you torture like that. Yeah. Why would you stop me seeing my daughter? That's the sickest thing you could do. Why would you shut me out of a house that I've got my name on? And then try and pretend to everybody else that I just don't care. Yeah, and also send me letters about renewing the mortgage as if I had a say still, even years after. That's someone with narcissistic personality disorder, and she's really scared now that I don't expose her, because she has a very... Normally with these narcissists, they always have professional jobs where they've got a lot to lose. Yeah.
So she's got the house now.
Well, she stole it, yeah.
And then she got the child.
Well, she hasn't got the house because my name's on the house. So she hasn't got the house. So technically, I've got the right to kick her out. I've got the right to kick her out and rent it and give her share. But she won't do that because she knows that she can get away with it in the family courts because she's got a child and they protect the children and they have to shelter the children. All this nonsense.
But can't you have the house, right, and split half and half?
She won't do it.
She can't say no.
She won't. She can say no. She can say no because you've got a child.
But still,
if you were the judge, Sufei, if you were the judge, but you're not the judge.
Get a solicitor, and that solicitor will help you.
No, a solicitor won't do fuck all because they're all crap as well. I've already spoken to them. They come out with the same crap as the judge because they're all blue-pilled and feminized.
Saying that,
no. Imagine a world where women are seen as victims and men are seen as aggressors no matter what. Imagine. So you know what the judge is going to do? The judge is going to do this. Okay, the house. I see your name's on it. Okay, it makes no. Listen, Sufei. I'm going to tell you what the judge is going to say because I've already been in that experience. Look, he's going to say, okay, your house. You've got your name on the house, but you're not paying into the mortgage. And I'll say she stopped me from paying it. She disenfranchised me. Yeah. There's no way of me paying. Yeah. Yeah. I'm recording it. Because it's important, because then I can play it back to you like years later and you'll see like how important it is. Okay. What you think I'm just going to meet you? I'm not going to meet you every week. I'm not going to meet you all the time. This is important. I filmed my daughter as well, like when she was young, when she was being a narcissist. I'm going to come back to her in 5 years. I'm going to say, do you see the way you were acting because of your mother? Yeah. It's like a kind of counselling session to help people. All right. Don't clam up, just relax. I'm not going to mention your name, you're going to be anonymous. It's not going to be your name. It's like to highlight a problem in society that everybody is suffering with. Like most men, like with divorce especially, okay? Anyway, I film everything, I tape everything now because I need to put things together. I never used to remember, yeah? What was going on. Now I record everything because it's important. Like the other day I recorded a woman who was being rude to me and I thought, why are you being rude to me? Yeah? Because when people are...
I need to go because I have to meet my dad. But we'll do something, I know what,
No problem, mate, no problem. I understand.
Just I need to sort something out, and I'm going for a business. But yeah, I know what the problem is. I've got a problem as well. I don't know why it's just things happen like this. I just hope things will get better for both of us.
They won't get better. That's an illusion. The only thing that's going to get better is you realizing that you need to avoid certain things and circumvent certain things, and you need to either become a bit more narcissistic yourself in order to get what you want, or just learn to protect yourself.
Exactly. I think after these things, you become more aware. You have to become more aware of these things.
Yeah.
Because it just ruins you.
Are you seeing someone else? So how long has it been since you've been single now? Are you staying single for a while? Are you going monk? Are you going monk?
I'll probably go.
Men go their own ways kind of
I'll
thing.
probably go monk.
I don't think you will. I think you're going to get caught again, man, until you realise. Until you get burnt proper. You like getting married, yeah?
I want a family, that's all, but I know it's hard. I know
Not in this day and age, man.
It's probably won't.
Not today.
Yeah.
That's 20, you're thinking 50 years ago with your parents. You're not going to get that today.
It's true.
It's too much freedom, and the women are too empowered now. It's impossible. Don't even try that rubbish.
Yeah.
You need to learn to be smarter, man. It's like you fell into the trap of trusting women, you know. Not now, mate. Not now there's too many options. There's too many ways of making money off men. Men are just would be stupid now. It's suicidal to get into, like, you see the way that women want to get married all the time. It's like, what for? It's like, put a rock on it, yeah? Put a rock on it, they start telling you. Like, are you sure?
Yeah, and then when you do it afterwards, they might change their mind.
Just, the thing you've got to understand is you can't trust women. You just fuck them and leave them, that's it. That's all you can do. Shifa, it might sound crude to you, but it'll save your life one day. What do you want to do? Put a barrel to your head? What do you want? Because all you're going to do is make yourself upset. You can't trust them, man. They're just not trustworthy, and they'll take your kids, they'll take your house, they'll take everything from you, and then they'll steal everything, and then they'll get another guy in, and he'll have sex in your bed and all this kind of. Well, even that's nothing. I'm not even worried about that. I'm like, carry on, whatever. I'm not worried about those things, about cheating. I don't care about popularity. I don't care if they go on striving and get stronger and they good luck to them. It's when they kind of leave a mess that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I'll speak to you later, yeah? Because I'm desperate.
Okay, so you're off now, yeah?
Yeah, but we'll meet up again sometime.
Alright, shoot.
I know it's hard. Everything is difficult, actually. But I know what you're going through, and I'm going through the same.
Just, I wasn't expecting it to happen at this time of my life, you know?
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't expecting to be blown away like that.
I'm desperate to go to church, but I'll speak, yeah.
If I was narcissistic, I'd say if you were a friend, you'd piss yourself. Anyway, take care, mate.
Yeah.
Sorry that I recorded you, but I have to.